I know that right now you're training X amount of times per week, you're hitting the gym, you're eating well, but you're just not seeing the progress that you want to see. So in this video, I'm going to go through 3 things that are going to change the game. So with that being said, welcome to another YouTube video. If you guys are new here, my name is Georgia and I am a women's online health and fitness coach. I specialize in helping women step into their ultimate confidence and lose at least 5 to 10 kilograms. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. This one is going to be a little bit more of a practical video with tips that you can literally go away today and implement into your lifestyle, and it's going to change the game when it comes to your weight loss results. Also, just a quick disclaimer before we jump into the video, I am in a different house. I have moved since my last YouTube video. Same setup, but different. So yeah, very, very excited. I have my coffee, I've got my water, so let's jump into it. I literally speak to so many women who are like, Georgia, I'm doing A, B, C, D, E, all the way through to X, Y, Z, and I'm just not seeing any progress. I know how frustrating that can be because this was me at the beginning of my health and fitness journey. I was showing up, I was going to the gym, I was trying to quote unquote eat well, and I just wasn't seeing any change in my body. And I know how frustrating and demotivating that can be, feeling like you're putting in all these efforts, doing all of the right things on paper, ticking all the boxes every single day, and you're just not seeing the return on your hard work. So I thought I'd make this video today to basically go through 3 of the key things that I see women do, especially some of the clients that come to work with me. These are some of the things that I see in a lot of them before we then kind of rewrite these habits and make the changes that we need to make in order to see them get insane results. Oh, that is good coffee. I also have now got a coffee machine since moving. When we moved, I said to my boyfriend Tom, I was like, when we move, I want to get a coffee machine. I didn't really think I was much of a coffee snob, but this stuff is good. It makes such a difference. I used to be such an instant coffee girl. If you've watched my other videos, still on the decaf hype. This is a decaf pod that went into this, and I feel like I've moved up to the next level of coffee. So I was on instant coffee, now I'm on pods, not fully at the like grind your own beans, like that kind of situation. Definitely not there yet. But this coffee machine has honestly changed my life. So the first thing that I want to chat about in this video is your training. So first of all, loads of people can go to the gym. So many people go to the gym. Not many people actually train with purpose and with structure. So I want you to think about what you're currently doing when you go to the gym. Are you someone who does classes? Are you someone who just jumps on the treadmill and does a walk because you don't quite know what else to do? Are you someone who goes with your friends, follows their program? It's different every time. Or you just turn up and you think, what do I fancy doing today? And you do that. These are some of the really, really common things that I see ladies doing in the gym that does not allow them to see the right progress that they're wanting to see. So the number one thing that is going to change the game with your training is having a solid structure behind you. I'm talking you want to be on the same program for at least 6 to 8 weeks to allow your body to adapt and allow yourself the opportunity to progressively overload during those exercises. So if you do not currently have a structure with your gym routine, or you are someone who's just doing whatever class fits in with your day, this is something that I seriously want you to consider. Classes are great, but again, they're different every single time. You don't know what you're going to be expecting, so your body doesn't have the opportunity to adapt because it doesn't know what it's adapting to. So I want you to get yourself a structure in the gym. This doesn't mean having a push, pull, legs, bodybuilder split at all. Quite a lot of my clients actually train full body, but they do so in a structured way. So on whatever day of the week they're going to the gym, they know exactly what exercises they're doing, they know what weights they've lifted previously, they know what reps they've hit previously, so they can work to progressively overload through that. This gives their body the opportunity to adapt both neurologically and muscularly over time. If you are someone who feels like you get bored within the gym, I can guarantee you are not pushing hard enough, because I would get bored if I was lifting the same weight every single week and not pushing myself and not challenging myself. I want you to almost flip the script on this and look at the change as, okay, how can I progress my weights this week? Or how can I add more reps this week? How can I intensify my workouts rather than going, I'm just doing the same exercise every single week and it's boring? This is the nature of what you need to do to see change in your body. You need structure and you need consistency and you need progressive overload. So that is the first thing that I see so many people skip on. The second 2 are more nutrition focused. So moving on to my next point, I want to talk about the concept of eating well. A lot of foods that are quote unquote healthy foods are actually very calorically dense. For example, peanut butter. A lot of people will say, I eat so healthily, I wake up, I have a yogurt bowl, peanut butter, fruit, granola, honey, amazing. Yes, you're getting all the right things from that yogurt bowl. You're getting protein, you're getting carbs, you're getting some fiber from your micronutrients, you're getting some good sources of fat. But things like honey, peanut butter, granola, if you're just chucking them into your bowl, they are going to add up. So just because you are quote unquote eating healthily or eating well, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are eating in a calorie deficit. And if you are not eating in a calorie deficit, you are not going to lose weight. It really is as simple as that. Avocado is another key culprit of this. Now, I have nothing against avocados. I literally have an avocado or half an avocado most days with my lunch because I love them. They are a fantastic source of unsaturated fat. But because they are a source of fat, they are very calorically dense, which brings me really nicely onto my third point, which is not tracking your food / if you are tracking, not tracking accurately. So I suppose we have a 3A and a 3B. So point 3A, not tracking your food. I know this can seem like a tedious task, and I know it is not for everyone, and I completely appreciate that. I work with a lot of my one-to-one clients tracking their food and tracking their nutrition, and I very much stress to them that this is a temporary tool. I do not want my clients, nor do I want to track my food long term. I don't want to be 80 years old tracking my tea and biscuits on MyFitnessPal because I'm too paranoid to put on weight. That is not what it's about. It's a tool to educate you to understand how we can lose weight, build muscle, maintain weight, so that you can then phase it out over time once you have that education and once you have that knowledge around your food and what you're putting into your body. So from that perspective, I use it more as a tool to create awareness. And also, you are going to see faster results if you're tracking calories. Yes, you can lose weight without tracking calories. Of course you can. But you are going to see faster results if you are tracking calories. And to link onto this, point 3B is not tracking accurately. Again, so many people will go, well, I track my calories, I'm in a calorie deficit, but I'm not losing weight. I'm going to tell you now, that is scientifically impossible. Like I said earlier, you are not in a calorie deficit if you're not losing weight. Simple as that. It's very, very easy to almost half track, to say, oh, that looks like 100 grams, to forget about the extra bite or taste of something that you had, food off the kid's plate, that extra snack that you had in the afternoon. I did it yesterday. I had a biscuit after my lunch, and then about an hour later I was like, oh, I didn't track that biscuit. So then I went back and added the biscuit in. But it's so easy for those little things to get missed off, and before you know it, you haven't accounted for so many calories. Even as well, when you're cooking a bigger evening meal, are you tracking the oil that you're cooking with? Are you tracking the sauces that you're using? Are you tracking things like the milk in your coffee, the liquid calories that you're drinking if you have a smoothie in the morning, or an orange juice, or a glass of wine? Are you accounting for all of those things? And are you accurately measuring your food? Because if you're not, you are going to be completely out when it comes to your caloric total. If you think about it like this, a normal day for eating, say in the morning you don't track the milk in your coffee or the sugar that you put in your coffee. You then have breakfast and you eyeball all of your weight. So you add 200 grams of Greek yogurt and you say that, oh, it must be 100 grams. Same with your granola. You will be surprised at how quickly that can add up. You think, oh yeah, that must be about 30 grams. It's actually 75 grams. Same with your peanut butter. Oh yeah, a teaspoon, that's 5 grams. What if it's actually 15 grams? And all of a sudden, you are so out on your calories just for that one meal. And that will then amplify as you go through the day. So hopefully you can really easily see here how small things that seem very insignificant can really make a big difference when it comes to your overall caloric total, and therefore pushing you out of your deficit, which is why you're not seeing results. So in summary, 3 things that I want you to focus on. If you are ticking all the boxes, you are showing up every single day, because I know that the type of people that watch these videos, follow me on Instagram, you want to get closer to your goals, you are passionate and you are already taking action, but all that hard work, you're just not seeing the results. So first of all, your training. Have you got a structure? Or are you just going in and winging it every single day and hoping for the best? And are you actually training with progressive overload? Are you pushing yourself every single week to give yourself that challenge? Secondly, are you actually tracking your food? Or are you saying, I eat well, so I don't need to track, I must be in a calorie deficit because I eat healthily? Those 2 things don't always coexist. Sometimes the most nutrient dense foods are actually higher in calories. If I made a yogurt bowl, I could easily make a 500-600 calorie yogurt bowl without even blinking if I wanted to. Yogurt, fruit, seeds, nuts, peanut butter, dark chocolate. That's a quote unquote healthy snack. It's full of nutrients, it's full of good stuff. It's got carbs, protein, fats, micronutrients. It's got all the good stuff that you want, the fiber, everything. That bowl could so easily be very calorically dense, which is going to push you out of your deficit. So if you're not tracking, I really want you to seriously consider how beneficial this could be as a short-term process to get you to your goals. Which brings me on to the last point, which is of course making sure that you are tracking accurately, not eyeballing your measurements. Making sure that you're adding your liquid calories, your sauces, your oils, everything. It all counts towards something, apart from literally your water. So I want you to give these 3 things a try, and honestly, you will see such a change in your progress. And I promise you that all the hard work that you're putting in is going to pay off. And if you found these 3 tips helpful and want to take your weight loss results to the next level, I have just launched the next round of Glow with G, which is my 8-week group coaching program. If you are someone who is sick of ticking all the boxes on paper, but just not seeing the results that you want to see, and you resonated with the things that I talked through on this video, this program is honestly going to change the game for you, and it's going to map out everything that you need to do. So it's going to completely take the thinking out of the process. It's going to give you that structure in the gym. It's going to give you the structure when it comes to your calories, your protein, and you're also going to get that added daily support from me and the other ladies in the group coaching program to make sure that you stay on track to implementing these changes and these habits long term so that you can lose weight, tone up, and feel absolutely incredible when it comes to summer 2025. So if you want to get involved in this program, I currently have a huge early bird discount live. This program is currently $160 for 8 weeks, which is an absolutely insane price, and it is going to be going up very soon to £220 for the entire 8 weeks. So if you want to jump in on an exclusive discount, I will drop the link down below so you can literally fill out your details, sign up, and we will get you into the group and ready to smash your summer 2025 goals so you can step on holiday feeling utterly incredible. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys found this video helpful, a little bit of a different style, and hopefully something that you can literally just go away, implement, and see incredible results for. And like I said, if you're interested in Glow with G, the link will be down below, and if you have any questions, pop me a message on Instagram and we can chat a little bit more about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.